Shalom to the Lord's elect. Let's begin this lesson by giving honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, our Heavenly Father. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His name is Yahawah, and his only begotten Son, our King, our Redeemer, our Savior, Yahawashi. Let's give double honors to our head apostles from the great millstone that taught us this truth. And salutations to the Lord's elect, starting with the 144,000, followed by the large multitude, men, women, children, whom our King already reserved. That's why they were picked before the foundation of the earth to receive this glorious gospel and be delivered. The elect, who again were given a gift of faith, mentioned in the book of Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8, to believe this message and be sealed and be delivered. And that's the time that we are approaching. These nations are preparing to go to Third World War, and that the third last war mentioned in the book of Revelation, Revelation 11:14. The second war is past. Behold, the third war cometh quickly. That is the Third World War. In the midst of that Third World War, our King Yahawashi is going to show up and family and destroy all these nations and their military, like it says in the book of Isaiah 34. So family, we're going to get right into it. We have two videos to play. The gentleman on the left, this is mother of all talk show. His name is George Galloway, MP from the United Kingdom, and this is Scott Rader, okay, former United Nations weapon inspector and also former U.S. Marine. All right, so he appeared on the show this afternoon, and then also this gentleman here, Larry Johnson, he's also former CIA insider, former CIA officer. Okay, yeah, he served. I can't remember his full title, but yes, he also appeared on what is his name? George Napolitano. Okay, the Judging Freedom show. I follow these guys. Okay, and they said important things. And family, these are the time that we are living in. Okay, these are the times that we are living in. This is all leading to the second coming of our Lord, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. But first, listen to what Scott Ritter have to say, and then we're going to go to, Larry Johnson. Okay, so let's go.
And to Zelensky to fire these long-range missiles into Russia at Russian cities has provoked all the Russian leadership to rather calmly and with no echo in the West at all, say that this will be an act of war which will...
Fair use art. I do not own this video. Okay, this video belongs to George Galloway. Fair use art. Okay, let's go.
Transform this conflict from a proxy war to an actual war, and that Russia will retaliate and maybe act preemptively. And who could blame them? If you're a country giving a weapon capable of killing me in my house and giving the person you gave the weapon to the permission to use it and to kill me in my house, well, I'd be a fool not to act preemptively to try and stop you doing so. I firmly believe that we are seconds from midnight on the doomsday clock, and yet our entire media has completely and utterly and deliberately withheld that danger from the public. Is it the same in the US?
Absolutely. You know, we have this conversation about the justification of the West in its support of Ukraine. But we ignore something that the Russians have been raising even before this proxy war began. If you remember, back in December of 2021, the Russians submitted a draft treaty to the United States and NATO seeking to resolve this diplomatically. And all they said is Ukraine can't be a member of NATO. And one of the reasons why is that the Russian nuclear deterrent command and control, early warning, and indeed some of their missile capabilities were designed when Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. So that Ukraine served as a land barrier, a buffer between these sensitive locations and NATO. Now, if Ukraine becomes a member of NATO and NATO moves long-range missiles onto Ukrainian soil, this critical infrastructure is exposed to preemptive first strike. And this is exactly what has happened. The United States promised, Joe Biden promised Vladimir Putin that there would never be American missiles on Ukrainian soil. There would never be Ukrainian missiles on Ukrainian soil, or American missiles. He lied through his teeth. Now we have ATACMS missiles targeted by Americans. Ukraine cannot target these missiles. They lack the technical capacity to collect the data and program the missiles. We pick the targets. We target the missiles. All the Ukrainians do is push the button. America is at war with Russia right now, and the American people don't understand it, don't understand the reality or the consequences. Russia will retaliate. Let's just pray that Russia continues to have the maturity to avoid this escalating into a general nuclear war. But if it does, hopefully the last thought through people's minds will be, besides, oh, damn, well, it's our fault, because it is our fault. This is a war that we in the West have thrust upon ourselves. As Vladimir Putin once said, when there's a nuclear war, everybody will die, but the Russians will go to heaven as martyrs. The West will go to hell as those who started this conflict.
There's no such thing as hell. Hell is conditioned. Hell is the grave. Okay, the Israelites are in hell because we are still in our captivity. Eh? That's right. The nations, they're all going into captivity. That's going to be their hell. Just want to point that out. Okay, we're going to need slaves. Nobody's going to some place where they're going to burn forever. Who's going to be working the fields? No, these nations will be working the field. That's where it's all leading to. All right, let's go. There's no such thing as hell. Let's continue.
Well, we've made it this far into the interview. Let's hope we can conclude it finally with my asking you about the northern front, Israel's northern front, Lebanon's southern front. They have been escalating for some weeks now. There's been 8 months of attrition, but the escalation is obvious, setting each other's countrysides on fire. Bombing raids, sniping, artillery fire, quite a significant number of casualties now on both sides, whereas the Israelis are not used to taking that level of casualties. Even today there was a big loss for Israeli forces on a military base in the north, they thought out of range of Hezbollah missiles. Netanyahu and his cabinet appear to have decided to launch a war against Lebanon. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything. Israel's not prepared for a war with Hezbollah. Hezbollah has been preparing for a war with Israel. Israel just mobilized 50,000 reservists who are going to be carrying the brunt of the load for this conflict. If Gaza has shown us anything, Israeli reservists are poorly trained, poorly led. They are cowardly, and they, are only good at inflicting harm on unarmed civilians, blowing up empty buildings. But when it comes time to stand toe-to-toe with a hardened enemy, these reservists do not fare well. Hezbollah is orders of magnitude more professional and more deadly than the brave Hamas fighters that have been fighting Israel in Gaza. Hezbollah is prepared for this war, and Hezbollah made it clear that this conflict with Israel will not be about defending southern Lebanon to prevent Israel from pushing Hezbollah back to the Litani River, but Israel losing northern Israel, losing the Galilee. Hezbollah will take the fight to Israel. The Israelis have no clue what's about to hit them, or the military does know what's about to hit them. Their soldiers are scared to death. Their officers are nervous. Remember, as you said, 8 months they've been getting the snot smacked out of them by Hezbollah. These are nervous Nellies there on the front line. The reservists coming in aren't going to be meeting combat hardened troops who have the confidence to say, don't worry, boys, everything will be all right, follow me. They're going to be meeting people who are scared to death, shivering in their hovels, shivering in their bunkers, and these reservists are going to crack at the first opportunity. This will be a disaster for Israel. Now, Israel will respond the way they always do, which is to bomb civilian targets. And it is the civilians of South Lebanon, of Beirut, of the Bekaa Valley, who will pay the bulk of this price for Israel's criminal ambitions. But mark my words, Israel will lose this war, and not the way they lost it in 2006, simply being brought to a standstill. The consequences to Israel of this will be the destruction of critical infrastructure, the destruction of entire villages and towns, even suburbs of cities, and the deaths of thousands of their soldiers and perhaps thousands of their civilians. This is a catastrophe that doesn't have to happen, but Benjamin Netanyahu cannot stay in power without Israel being at war. And he will now take Israel into what will probably be the final fatal phase of Israel's history.
The final fatal state of Israel. Family, that is the end. Yes, the end of this wicked kingdom. The end for Israel. Let's bring it. I don't think I've brought up one precept here. Family, let's do this. Where is it? Come on. Let's bring out the precept. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra, that's not what I was looking for. 2nd Ezra 15. 2nd Ezra 15 verse 1. It said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. Who are the lost people? Israel. It says the words of prophecy. Yeah, finally you can tell my voice is better now. Which I will put in thy mouth, says the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. It said, fear not the imaginations against thee. Family, this is not the time to have weak knees. And this is the time to gird up your loins, because the king is coming. Yahawashi is coming. It says, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. All the ones that don't believe. Yes, right. The ones that say, oh, this, I think somebody commented on one of the brother, my beloved brother Atas one's page. They said, well, you slaves, something about, roughly quoted. It said, you slaves cannot be the people, you cannot be the Israelites. Something to that effect. It's okay. You don't have to believe what we are saying. And that's what Apostle Paul said in the Romans 3:3. It says, what if some don't believe? Should their unbelief make the laws of the Most High, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, non-effect? It says the Most High forbid. Family, it doesn't matter whether these people believe or not. We're going to continue to push forward. And we know what we have. Barakata Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi says here, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful, that's why shall die in their unfaithfulness. Don't worry, when the missiles start flying, that's when they're going to be saying, oh, the Bible says in second, I think Ezekiel 33, towards the end, it says, well, that's when they're going to know that a prophet have been among them. But it's okay. It said, for all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. It says, behold, says the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. This is what the Lord is bringing. That is why we are rejoicing. Family, I will leave it there, but let's go here. Let's go here. Where is it? Here. Putin says something. Where is it here? Oh, yeah, I will leave this here. But let's listen to this gentleman here. This is, what is it called? Former CIA, officer, Larry Johnson. Here what he has to, he's in Moscow right now. Let me see something here. Let me see. It's a Larry Johnson. Russia is flashing red. The West better pay attention. Listen to what he have to say, family. Listen to what Larry Johnson have to say. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Fair use art, fair use art, fair use art. I do not own this video. This video belongs to the judge Napolitano. Okay. The show is called Judging Freedom. All right. So let's go. Fair use art.
Hello, I'm Larry Johnson, speaking to you from the Sonar21.com channel. I want to call to your attention some recent statements by Sergei Lavrov, who is the foreign minister of Russia, and the deputy foreign minister, Sergei Ryabkov. That's Ryabkov. Both men are serious professional diplomats. I've had the privilege of meeting Mr. Ryabkov, and I can tell you that in person, he is a quiet professional. He is quite underspoken. He is not given to bombast, certainly not given to idle threats. If you're meeting just for pleasantries, he's very pleasant to talk to. So I was floored when I heard him say the following today, commenting on the Biden administration's decision to allow Ukrainian strikes into Russia using American arms. He said that the Biden administration's move may have fatal consequences. He went on to say that for unknown reasons, the Biden administration underestimates the seriousness of the rebuff they may receive. And he went on to comment, he was concerned about Ukrainian attempts to strike Russia's strategic radar system. These are the early warning systems that Russia relies on to notify it that a potential nuclear attack from the United States or Europe is underway. This comment by Deputy Foreign Minister Ryabkov needs to be heard loud and clear in the halls of Washington. But it's not just Mr. Ryabkov saying this. It's Sergei Lavrov, the dean of foreign ministers really in the world. He's probably the most respected foreign minister there is out there. He is the consummate professional. And again, he reiterated the very same warnings that his deputy foreign minister, Mr. Ryabkov, issued. The way Russia is looking at this is when the United States, if it does decide to deploy an F-16 to Ukraine, Russia has to assume, as the United States would assume, if Russia did the same thing, deploying a combat aircraft capable of carrying a nuclear weapon, if they deployed that to Cuba, the United States would take notice and would have to assume the worst, assume that, in fact, Russia would be preparing to strike us, and we would take appropriate measures. First, warning the Russians, and then if they didn't heed our warnings, striking back. Well, guess what? The Russians inhabit that same kind of world. They're looking not only at the United States, actively now encouraging and supporting Ukraine use of ATACMS, Storm Shadow, and possibly German Taurus missiles that can fly up to 300 miles inside Russia. And the Russians have to be concerned and are expressing the concern that they can't be confident that the United States is not deploying a nuclear-tipped warhead. This has become an especially acute concern on the part of Russia in light of last week's drone attacks on these strategic radars that are used to detect inbound intercontinental ballistic missiles. There is no justification for attacking those radars. They do nothing to advance Ukraine's cause in fighting the land war against Russia in Ukraine. The only possible reason for launching that kind of attack is to take out Russia's early warning system. Accordingly, this has caused a dramatic shift in Russia's rhetoric on this issue. And they are warning that they will not hesitate to retaliate and to take preemptive, proactive measures. These folks are not playing. They are dead serious. And by virtue of being dead serious, they're trying to put the United States on notice. The problem is, many in the United States positions of decision-making within both the the Biden White House, State Department, and apparently CIA are dismissing these as idle threats. From what I have observed, as I've monitored Russian military action since the start of the special military operation, Russia doesn't make idle threats. Russia is very upfront about stating its objectives, what it intends to do, what it views as a red line, as something that must not be crossed. The West is making the mistake of assuming that past Russian patience and not retaliating, for example, with drone strikes that hit the Kremlin, that this is a sign of Russian weakness or Russian fear. It is no such thing. It is a sign of Russian patience. But we in the West are mistaking Russian patience for Russian stupidity. And that is the fatal error that I think Sergei Ryabkov had in mind when he issued this warning the other day.
That's right. That's the fatal error. Because they think Russia has not responded. Russia knows what is up, what America and the West have been doing. But family, we go by what is written in the Bible. Again, we continue to bring this out. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 13 quickly. Isaiah 13. Where is it? What am I doing here? Oh, wow. I need my glasses. Isaiah is right in front of me and I can see it. Isaiah 13, straight to the point. The top, it says what? It tells you Babylon will what? Fall to the Medes. That's right. Babylon, that's right, that is America, will fall to the Medes. He said, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. The NLT says, look, I will stir up the Medes against Babylon. That's Russia against America. They cannot be tempted by silver or bribed with gold. The attacking armies will shoot down the young men with arrows. They will have no mercy on the helpless babies and will show no compassion for children. Babylon, the most glorious of kingdoms, that's America, the flower of the Chaldean pride, will be devastated like Sodom and Gomorrah when the Most High destroyed them. This is what is coming to America. Okay, this is what is coming. This is American future. Babylon will never be inhabited again. It will remain empty for generation after generation. Nomads will refuse to come here, and shepherds will not bed down their sheep. You go to Revelation 18, it tells you the nation standing far off, saying that at last, Babylon the Great. That's why it's falling. It's going to be broadcast. The whole world is going to see America on fire. It says desert animals. After the fire settle, let's find out what is going to happen to America. Once the fire settle and finally the smoke clear, this is what the Lord is saying. Desert animals will move into the ruined city. And houses will be haunted by howling creatures. Owls will live among the ruins, and wild goats will go there to dance. Hyenas will howl in its fortresses, and jackals will make dance in its luxurious palaces, including your White House. Babylon days are numbered. Its time of destruction will soon arrive. This is future prophecy. That's what is coming to America. And you can hear it in Larry Johnson's voice. Family, they know what is coming. You see, Russia is not bluffing. Russia doesn't bluff, family. Putin, listen to what he said today. And family, this is not going to be long. Okay, this is not going to be long. Let's close this here. This is not going to be long. Let me split this here and bring my Bible. Where's my Bible? Perfect. Yeah. Sorry about that. So let's get on. Let's get it on. It says here, Pro News is reporting. Listen to what Putin said today. Putin on Western weapons in Ukraine. We will respond by delivering Russian weapons to the enemies of the West. You hear what is that? What is it saying? That's right. So America have what? Over 850 army bases all over the world. So now Russia is saying they're going to deliver weapons to American enemies across the Middle East and wherever they are. It says here, we will respond by delivering Russian weapons to the enemies of the West. They will be used everywhere. The Russian president speaks of an asymmetric response to Western countries that allow strike against Russian soil. With statement from St. Petersburg, Russia President Vladimir Putin spoke of the right to an asymmetric response to Western countries supplying Ukraine with weapons to strike Russian territory. The Russian president thus shows every state that has open accounts anywhere on the planet and that supplies weapons to Ukraine, such as the US, Britain, France, Germany, and others, that they will face an upgraded threat as they can supply them with weapons against Western countries. That's what, the same way you were able to supply weapons to Ukraine to attack Russia, Russia is saying they're about to do the same. You see where this is heading to? And we say, Brakata Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Qadash. Family, we can praise the Lord's name enough. We can praise the name of our Lord Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi. Family, we're about to go home. We're about to go home. Family, this is a nice article. You can get it. I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down, family. That's right. That's what he's saying. So yeah, these are the nation breaking. Also on Twitter, formerly known as X, formerly known as Twitter, breaking. Russia would deliver the same type of weapons to conflict zone to strike Western assets of those countries that deliver weapons to Ukraine. Yemen is rubbing their hands right now. That's right. That's what is coming. That's right. Poke the bear and find out. Because they are confident. Because family, the Bible, we follow what is written in the Bible. The word of the Lord. It says that the lion has roared. But let's go to Amos. Family, and let's glorify the name of the Lord. Amos. Well, Amos 3. I think it's Amos 3:6. It says the lion has roared. That's right. Right there. It says here, Amos 3:8. The lion have roared. Who will not fear? Family, if you walking down the street and family, no, in the forest, and then the lion roar, are you gonna say, oh, what is that noise? That's what an Edomite will do. Oh yeah, they want to go and find out. But family, you will run away. Jake will run away. Jake is not gonna go and start looking and say, oh, look at that beautiful lion. No, Jake will run away. Esau will go and say, oh wow, look at this beautiful. And then the next thing you know, that's right. They wonder why their arm is inside the lion's stomach. It says the lion have roared. Who will not fear? That's right. You hear a lion roar, family, of course you're going to be afraid. The Lord Yahawah have spoken. Who can what? But prophesy. The Lord is speaking. And family, we are bringing the word of the Lord out, telling you that this is what is happening right now is all prophecy. That's right. It's all prophecy. So here, let's go on, family. I'm on a tight time, but we're gonna bring it. Look, family. The news just keep getting better and better. Yesterday, I think I brought this out yesterday, but yeah, it is official. Dramatic development. Russia and China invited Turkey to join BRICS. Family, this is Ezekiel 38. Yes, this is a NATO member. That's Erdogan, the Turkey president. He's a member of NATO. Family, he's about to ditch American dollar. Yes, he's about to cut that tie because everybody sees that one. Yes, the whole America family, she doesn't look the same anymore. She doesn't look the same anymore. As much as she went and got the BBL, you know, she got the plastic, you know, trying to have the facial lift, the Botox. Family, you can't put a lipstick on the pig. It's still a pig. That's right. The nations are walking away from America. Now they are joining alliance with what? Russia. People want a winner. They don't want a loser. America is a loser. That is why you watch. Family, America is going to lose all its allies because family is all about Revelation 17. That's why it's going to be fulfilled. Revelation 17 is going to be fulfilled. Let's bring it out quickly, family. I know I am on a tight time, but let me bring this out. Revelation 13. Let's go here. Revelation 17. What am I saying? Revelation 17. It says here, and Revelation 17. And let's read a bit here. But family, we're going to fly through this, okay? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, they shall hate the whore. The 10 horns represent what? European Union. Okay? And shall make her desolate and naked. The original 10 horns, family, the vassal state of the ancient Roman Empire. But now, this is the modern Roman Empire. And the modern Roman Empire also now has a vassal state, which is what? European Union and Canada. That's right. Canada, family, that's right. Whatever America says, that's why we do it. Okay? You see? So, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, they shall hate the whore. The whore is what? America, Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Those are the missiles. That's why American-owned allies are going to destroy her. That's why even Hungary, the prime minister of Hungary, Viktor Orban, came out and said, no, they don't want any part to do with this war. That's right, that's a NATO member. He is a NATO member. Now, he doesn't want to go against Russia. He's actually want to join what? The BRICS. That's right. Family, you see what the Lord is doing? Except for the power have put it in their heart to fulfill. Heart goes to what? The word heart in the Hebrew word is what? Love, your mind. Family, the Bible says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Like the rivers of water, he turned it whichever way. So the Lord is controlling their mind. Hey? He said, for the Most High have put it in their heart to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast. That whole system, including their democracy, their religion, their financial system. Family, that's right. The way that's the two-party system, which is what their democracy. Family, this is the same thing happened in ancient Rome. The plebeian and the patricians. That's right. And now we have the Democrat and the Republican. Most of this Western country, they always have two-party system. That's why it's all part of the beast system, family. Yes. And it's all coming to an end. Hey? It says, for the Most High put it in their heart to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the power shall be fulfilled. It's all about what? Prophecy. And the woman, listen to this. The whore, the prostitute, which thou sawest is that great city. That's America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. If you're honest with yourself, which powerful nation have been ruling for the past 75 plus years? America. That's right. Came out of the British. That's the whore. But eventually, its own allies are going to come after her. Dramatic development. Okay? This is what it says. Ankara intention to join the BRICS bloc after the entry of additional countries, which is perceived internationally as the rival pole of the West, centered on this Sino-Russia axis, was expressed by the Turkish foreign minister, Hakan Fidan, who made an official visit for high-level meetings in Beijing with the dominant countries, Russia, China, considering Turkey to have a place in the organization. Listen to this. BRICS is expanding. Turkey, family, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. And somebody just bring that. The family, you see what the Lord is doing? That's the spirit. Somebody is talking about the same thing that I'm talking about. You see, the Lord is moving, man. The Lord is moving. Family, you got to be rejoicing. Hey, he says here, ask if Turkey would like to join BRICS. Fidan is clear. Of course. We would. Why not? Saudi Arabia recently joined the BRICS, as well as the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, and Iran. Family, America is toast. America is toast. America is toast. It is over. And we say, Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. We thank the Lord. Family, we are excited. Let's bring it on. I know I have to go, but family, can't help it. Let's do it. Let's bring out another article. Which one is this one here? I saw something that I wanted to bring out. What was it? What was it? That's not it. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. The meeting training. RT is reporting. Europe will eventually have to choose between the US and the BRICS. That is Sunak, the British Prime Minister. That's Olaf Scholz, and that is Macron. That's why, family, yes, eventually they have to make the decision. Family, we are watching, you telling me about the most beautiful woman in the block. Okay? Very pleasant. Okay? Smells good, well put together. And here you have this old bag. Family, nobody really talking. She's miserable as hell. You see, rude, always loud. You see, it doesn't really look like she takes a bath. That is America. That's right. And you think they're gonna go back to that whore? No, at one point that was the woman to be with. But no, she's no longer. Now we have a new chick in the block. It's Russia. Hey, that's Russia. That is Russia. Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Family, you're gonna have some fun with this word here. It's over for us, family. This is it. Our captivity is over. The King of Kings is coming. Yahawashi is coming. Because this is all going to lead to Third World War. Family, remember, America said if they can rule, they're going to burn the whole house down. That's right. So war is coming. But Russia is going to get in, and Russia is going to take down America. And Yahawashi is going to step in and said, okay, all right. He says what? That's right. And let's go here. Family, let's bring a precept. Let's go back to Daniel. Daniel 2:44. Family, I am excited. Family, I can't deny it. I don't want to sing. I'm just being silly. Daniel 2:44. It says here, and in the days of these kings. That's right. All the way from the top. You have to go from the top, because remember the dream Daniel had, Daniel 2, Daniel 7. That's why the Lord set up all these kingdoms. Starting from the head was what? Nebuchadnezzar, the Assyrian, and then the Babylon, followed by what? The Medes, Persia, and then the Greek follow, and then the Roman Empire. There's the last leg of the Roman Empire. But Yahawashi is going to get the credit for taking all of them down. Daniel 2:44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom. Yahawashi's kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces. That's what Yahawashi is coming to do. In pieces, and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. You see these people here? Take a good look at them. You see how he's standing there with a 3-piece suit, some probably very, very expensive suit. Look at them. Look at these losers. Family, that's right. They're all going into captivity. They better pray that they are Israelite. Because Israelites are going to come looking like this. But these people with their arrogant and their family, no, they don't have the spirit of Jake. They don't. But look at them. They're all going into captivity. This is so, they're all going into captivity. This is what is coming for them. It says, alas, the US, the only power in the world history to achieve the position of what? Global hegemon, while unchallenged by any other major player, has miserably misused its mightily strong hand and its vaunted soft power. Rather than setting out to organize a genuine multipolar system based on mutual recognition of each nation's core interests with itself, at least initially, as a primus inter pares, which will be Franklin D. Roosevelt method, it proceeded to enhance its exclusive and comprehensive dominance. Washington was pushing Russia ever harder with each step in NATO's creeping enlargement to the east. It wreaked arms control with Moscow and the nuclear deal with Tehran, and it continued to constantly provoke China over Taiwan while launching a trade and technological war against Beijing to hamstring its prime economic competitor. In the meantime, Russia, India, and China, the 3 leading non-Western countries in Eurasia, as well as many of the continent's other important independent players, continued to rise economically, as well as consolidate their cooperation. In purchasing power terms, they currently represent, respectively, the 4th, 3rd, and the top largest economies in the world. For about a decade, China has been also promoting its massive Belt and Road Initiative. India began exploring and expanding its world role. And Russia, with 4 other former Soviet republics, built Eurasian Economic Union. Yeah, family. Moscow, Beijing, and Delhi, along with Brasilia, became the founding members of BRICS. This year, at the BRICS summit in Russia, Kazan, the group will for the first time include the leaders of Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia. Ethiopia is also mentioned in what? The book of Ezekiel 38. That's right. Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Another major Eurasian institution is the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, which began as a forum for China, Russia, and the Central Asian state. America is finished. The West is finished. But now include also India, Pakistan, and Iran, with Belarus to be admitted soon. A number of other Eurasian countries, from Turkey to Thailand and from the Maldives to Mongolia, have voiced their intention to join either BRICS or SCO. America, it is done for you. That's why, family, it is over. So yeah, they have to make a decision. But family, if you have to make that choice between this pleasant woman and that's right. Yes, you're gonna pick that pleasant. You don't want any loud mouth family. Doesn't know when to shut up, stressing you out all the time, family, miserable as hell. You're gonna stay far away from her. Yes, that's Russia and America. Yes, right. The bully family. There's a new, and that's right. A new kid in the block, and that's Russia. And Russia is going. The Lord is using Russia to destroy America and the West. And then Yahawashi is going to come. He's going to have the final say. That's right. Revelation 12:7. Yahawashi is going to have the final say, and the angel, they're going to level everybody that step in their way. First, they're going to pass over the elect. They're going to beam up the elect, and then the missile. Yeah, it's going to be a dark and a gloomy day. That is what is coming. So family, that is the good news for the elect. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, this is what I was looking for. Israel is gearing up for Lebanon war as IDF, which is what? Israeli Defense Force, reached a decision point. There are fresh reports out of Israel media that the country's war cabinet is discussing launching a full-scale war against Hezbollah, which will likely involve an army ground invasion of what? Southern Lebanon. Chief of Staff of the Israeli Defense Force, Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi, said Tuesday a tough decision is close amid ratcheting daily attacks on northern Israel. We are approaching the point where a decision will have to be made, and the IDF is prepared and very ready for this decision. Family, if you are not praising the name of the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, the Spirit is not working with you. This is the time that we glorify the name of our power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And family, we're going to finish up with this. Let's go with Joel. Joel 3. We're going to pick it up from verse 9. It says here, it says, proclaim this among the Gentiles. Oh, Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. It says, prepare war. And it says, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares. The Lord says, listen, all your farming equipment, this is not the time to be investing in tractors to trying to farm your, build, what is it called? Grapevines. And no. This is the time of war. Okay, your pruning hooks, the Lord said, beat them into what? Let's go. Let's read that again. He said, beat your plowshares into sword. Turn them into what? Drones. Turn them into what? Guns, machine guns, tanks, intercontinental ballistic missile. This is what the Lord is asking you to do because He gave you the technology. Let's continue. It says here, it says, beat your plowshares into sword and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Family, you have the Houthis, family. Yemenis, family, they kick America out. That's right. They are blocking the Red Sea. Is it the Red Sea? Let me see the map of here. Let me get the map of Yemen. Let's go here. Map of Yemen. Map of Yemen. Oh, right here. This here. That's Yemen. This here. That's the Red Sea, no? Gulf of Aden around here. Yeah. Farming. Yeah, that's the Red Sea. Yeah, they are blocking this whole place. This American ships, family. A few days ago, they had to. I think they end up leaving because I think they hit a couple of American ships. American can defeat Yemen, family. That's right. This small little tiny country. Yeah, that's what the Bible said. Let the weak say, "I'm strong." This whole place is about to be set on fire. We say Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Qadash. Let's go on. Where was I? Joel, right? It says here, beat your plowshares into a sword and your pruning hooks into spear. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourself and come, all ye heathen, all you nations, and gather yourself together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down. Oh Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. The angels are eventually also going to join in. It said, let the heathen be awake, waken and come up to what? The valley of Jehoshaphat. The Lord's judgment. That's what is coming. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. This is what the Lord is saying. Let's get another version. Actually, you know what? Let's look up a word here. Let's look up the word Jehoshaphat. It says what? Yahawah has judged. You hear that? Yahawah has judged. That's what it means. But let's go here. I want to do something quickly. I want to read. I'm family. I'm rushing. It sounds I'm rushing, but I gotta go. But listen, let me go. Yeah. Let me do this. The Bible another version. It says here, let the nation be called to arms. Let them march to the valley of Jehoshaphat. There I, the Lord Yahawah, will sit to pronounce judgment on them all. You hear that? Judgment on all these nations, including Russia. Ezekiel 39 tells you, Russia is going to destroy America and the West, that's right, and Israel, and then Yahawashi and the angels are going to join in, and they're going to level Russia and its allies. Oh yeah, family, this war is the war to end all war. Yahawashi, man, Yahawashi is coming to have fun. Oh yeah, he's coming to have fun. And 2nd Ezra chapter 13 tells us, Yahawashi is coming to have fun. Oh, man, said Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi. Let's go on. Let's read on. It says here, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of what? Of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. It said, put ye in the circle, for the harvest is ripe. Oh, the Lord is very poetic, man. He said, come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. The Lord is about, yes, all your LGBT, all your alphabet lifestyle family is all about to be done away with. And he says, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The day of the Lord. It's going to be a day of darkness, gloominess, a day of killing, slaughtering. This is what the Lord is about to do. He said, then the sun and the moon shall be dark. He already told you, it's a day of darkness, a day of gloominess. Says that in the book of Zephaniah. That's right. He says here, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord Yahawah also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord Yahawah will be the hope of his people. That's right. The elect and the strength of the children of Israel. The 12th tribe. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, African Americans, Native American. This glorious news is for you. Yes, the Lord is coming to kill a lot of people, but he's also coming to save his elect. That's what is coming. You see, verse 17 says, so shall ye know that I am the Lord Yahawah, your power dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Hear that? Zion, his holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. That's right. Nobody. We're not going to have anybody ruling over us anymore. We're going to be sovereign. We're going to be in our new bodies. Yahawashi, we're going to wake up in the kingdom. We're going to see our king, our redeemer, Yahawashi. That's what is coming. So, beloved, I'm going to take off. This is what I wanted to bring this out quickly. Yes, Third World War, family, will not prolong. Our salvation is nearer than we believe. So, beloved, I will leave it there. All praises, honor, and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Shalom.